Hello all, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a love or loss spread for all of my Sagittarius out there. So let's get after it. Okay. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, moon, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, moon, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, moon, rising Venus and Jupiter. Sun, moon, rising Venus and Jupiter. Show the cards I need to see. Show me the cards that I need to see. What types of energies are my Sagittarius currently dealing with here? What kind of energies are you currently dealing with, my Sagittarius? Here we go. Here we go. All right, so you're dealing with this individual in a situation in which you've dated this person quite a few times. So this is someone from your past that you've pretty much gotten to know. There was an attraction there, okay? And you know who this person is because, like I said, you've dated them a few times. I'm not going to say this individual is a boyfriend or girlfriend and never kind of reached that level of seriousness, but this is an individual that you've definitely dated somewhat. You definitely went on a few dates with this individual. This is an earth sign individual, King of Pentacles individual here. Person that's very down to earth, very grounded as far as their finances go. So this person is very financially secure, if you will. Okay, this is the Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus energy here. Okay, there definitely has been a great deal of depression, anxiety, dealing with this particular love situation. So it hasn't exactly been smooth. There have been a lot of peaks and valleys, and it's definitely giving you. I'm getting the sense here. It's really giving you this sense of whiplash. Things kind of going from one extreme to the other here. For example, here you've had situations when you have felt like you've been completely stabbed in the back, misunderstandings, things not quite going according to plan, ruination of plans. So things have completely fallen apart. Okay, and then on the other hand, you got a situation in which you have the Sixth of Wands here, where you have a recognized victory. So where everything's have clicked on every cylinder. Showing outward shows of affection in public, meeting one's family, meeting one's friends. They're doing the same with you. So you have two extremes here. Again, a peak and valley situation, and it happens a lot. There's like a whiplash situation that happens an awful lot. Okay, however, Sixth of Pentacles. At the end of the day, this is a situation and an individual that is very charitable. Okay, very charitable, very civic-minded individual here. Okay, this is a person that doesn't mind helping others, doesn't mind rolling up their sleeves and getting involved to help other people. So there is a genuine, there's a genuinely decent, very well-rounded, very down-to-earth, very grounded, but very very generous and loving and calming energy that I'm feeling from this individual. It's just that you guys are just kind of going through this ebb and flow. You're really kind of getting to know each other. You're kind of feeling each other through. That's really what's going on here. It's just like, the everyday pull and push of life in general here. Okay, and finally here we have the Empress card here, which represents a situation which there's material abundance, but there's also an aspect of fertility here at some point. So there is a potential to have possible children in the near future with this individual. So with that being the case here, okay, so you guys just have just overall, twists and turns of just relationships in general. It just seems like it's more magnified because of the current situation in the world here. So, what are your strengths here? What kind of strength are you guys dealing with? What kind of strength are you guys potentially dealing with? What kind of strength are you guys dealing with here? Or more specifically, you're dealing with here, pertaining to this situation. One more shuffle here. One more. Okay, it feels good. All right, so we have a leap of faith. You're willing to take a leap of faith, okay? So you're definitely willing to take that leap of faith to really, you're really willing to go for it to try to make it happen. Like I said before, there's a lot of peaks and a lot of valleys, but you're willing to put the work in to make it happen. We also got the double card here, okay? And these are strengths. So normally, in this particular situation, it usually means some type of opioid addiction, some type of alcoholism. But in this particular case, this is a very strong, maybe somewhat unhealthy attachment to each other in the realms of sexuality. There's a very strong sexuality component here. Really highlighting that that earth sign energy of the Capricorn here. Yeah, very much so. It's a very things are a very addictive sexual component here, which is why things are like working out really, really great, and things are, it's ebb and flow. That's why there's such an ebb and flow here with this situation. That's why I have such peace and vibe, because the sex that you guys have is amazing. And it kind of makes everything kind of calm down. And then the regular life happens again. Then kind of things flare up. So this type of relationship is one of those type of relationships where the making up is exquisite, if you will. And so there's a lot of that, and it happens quite often here. You want to be careful, though, because you don't want that to be, you don't want there to simply be a situation where, if the sex is really great, a really strong sexual component here, is that you turn around and say, you know what, I'm just kind of going to start this argument here so that on the back end of this, we can really make up and have some great sex. I mean, it sounds crazy, but I do know of individuals that have done that. I'm not done that. I just want to put that out there, but I do know situations where people have done that. Like, I just want to start this crazy argument because the making up is fantastic. It's exquisite. So, you just want to be careful about that. However, again, these are your strengths. There's also a great deal of transparency. So there's no one's hiding anything. Everything's pretty much up front, up in the open. Revelation of truth. You guys are both, you're willing to put the work in. Roll up your sleeves, put the work in, repetitive tasks to make it work. So there is this healthy counterbalance to, even though the sexual component may be a little bit unhealthy because it's kind of like, it's attached to the breaking up and coming back together, breaking up and coming back together. There is this healthy component of both of you still being willing to put in the work to make it happen, okay? Put in the hardcore work to make it happen here. Also, you're not afraid to, the Emperor energy here. Take charge, put yourself in front of the situation, and actually take charge of it. Be the lead, if you will, to make things happen. You also have the Death card here, which means, again, endings, new beginnings. Again, you guys, like I said, I just really want to premise this. You don't want to keep having endings and new beginnings, endings and new beginnings, endings and new beginnings. But there is a sense here, if this is a strength, that you're willing to kind of start over, put things in the back burner and start over. But you don't want that to happen too often. Just really want to put that out there. Finally here, we have the Six of Wands energy, which is an individual that has, that definitely is willing to acknowledge their other partner in public, public shows of affection, willing to meet one's family, one's friends, wanting to be a part of someone's life, the external aspects of the relationship as well. Not just time you guys spend together, but externally meeting, giving the relationship some depth, if you will, some layers. So that's definitely a positive attribute. What are the current blockages keeping you guys apart? What are the current blockages? What potential blockages what kind of blockages you guys having to keep bringing you back to this cycle of renewal and destruction? What kind of What kind of blockage are you guys possibly dealing with here? Okay. So, balancing things, okay? Being able to juggle, being able to really balance yourselves, being able to do be able to multitask in a relationship. So balance. There really needs to be a real focus on making sure things are balanced, okay? All right? So that again, these are the blockages possibly keeping you guys apart. That's not really a sense of balance here, okay? We have the Queen of Cups here, recognizing being loyalty, devotion. Again, loyalty and devotion is the aspect of, again, as far as the blockage goes. Like I said, there is love, but there is also this underlying feeling of, I don't know if it's coming from you or if it's coming from them, but there is this sense here of somewhat being a little bit insecure. Okay, there's a little bit of insecurity here going on with this situation, which is why this circular pattern keeps happening, because someone's just, you know in your hearts of hearts, but you want to be sure. And that's why you want to be careful about that. But there's definitely some insecurity issues here. And finally, we have a soulmate situation in which this person is also friends, and so there's also this feeling of when things get bad, it's just like you think this person is your soulmate, but are they really your soulmate? Because when things go bad, they kind of go bad. So it's one of them situations when things go bad, they go bad. When things go good, they are really good. Okay, so there's just this polar swing, and there's like this insecurity, and also like, I think this is my soulmate, because when we get along, it's great, but when we don't get along, it's horrible. So is this my soulmate? I don't know. Is there somebody out there that I'm supposed to be with, but I really enjoy being around them, but I love them, but I hate them, but I love them, but I hate them sometimes. So there's that going on right there. So it's just, in my opinion, it's just a love or loss situation. It's definitely a love situation. There's just some balancing and some growing up that needs to be done. And you guys got to find your common interest, and you have to kind of stabilize things here, because at some point, that it could become problematic. Okay, so with that being said, let's see what additional information the Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down. What additional information the Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down? Weird is the new cool. Boldly express your uniqueness. And Spirit's trying to tell you, hey, look, you know what? People may think that the relationship you guys have is completely just bizarre, out of pocket. They've never seen anything like it before. You guys, when you're arguing with each other one day, like cats and dogs, and then the next day you guys are hugged up on each other like you can't pry you two apart. That's just the nature of the relationship right now. That's totally okay. Everyone has different dynamics of that they deal with in their relationship. Not every relationship is the same. However, just caution. Just it's cool now, but at some point you're gonna have to stabilize things a little bit better. Also, says never crowd on a leading edge here. Honor those, respect those that respect you. So, in other words, you guys got to have a mutual, healthy respect for each other, okay? And finally here, divine discernment. Step back to find clarity. Sometimes, when you find things kind of going kind of south, maybe what you may want to do is take a step back, if you will. Kind of take a step back. Re-examine the situation. Say, okay, wait a minute. What am I really upset about here? What's really going on here? Because there may be some things that you're missing, and you're kind of like, you may be mad about something else, but you know, it comes out in a different way. You end up getting mad about something that has nothing to do with the situation. So you may want to take a step back to get a sense of clarity. So with that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down at this point. Okay. This is a general love reading. It may not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you and you want to know something about this particular situation, the link will be below. If this does not resonate with you, but you want to know more about your specific situation, again, the link will be below. Okay, if you guys haven't already, please like, please share, and absolutely subscribe. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, bye-bye.